I'm Nicholas Jordan Moore. In this video, I'm going to talk about the power of resilience and determination and how it can help you become more of your authentic self. I hope you enjoy it. So, what is resilience and what is determination? Well, resilience is the ability to continue to push forward even when you don't feel like it. Even when things don't go well, when things go wrong, like they inevitably will, how do you find that courage and that determination to really continue to push through and go after whatever your goal may be or whatever you're trying to accomplish? Just a little small example, just a few days ago, I got a flat tire first thing in the morning. It put a damper on my day, but that's something really, really small. So those little things, being able to just, all right, I got to change up my game plan, stay positive, go get my flat tire fixed, which took like 3 hours, longer than I was hoping it would. And how do I make the most out of when something doesn't go my way? And instead, I got to go to the beach and I did something fun, and I still hit all my goals for that day. And having little daily goals is really important and really helps in just your overall mental health, emotional health, having little wins throughout each day that you go through. Determination is something that has got to come from within. You have to have something that you're looking to achieve, and maybe you don't know exactly what that is. Maybe you just say, all right, well, I want to be successful. Well, first of all, you have to define what success means. Does that mean making a certain amount of money? Does that mean having a certain amount of free time? Does that mean, having the place that you want? And something I really want to challenge you in your thinking and what you believe success is the ultimate goal should be happiness. And that's something that we can control. We all want to be comfortable. We all want to have things that make us comfortable and feel safe where we're at. But it starts from the inside, and it starts with having that mental voice and that voice in your head just staying positive no matter what happens. When I first moved to Oahu, man, it was rough. I came here with a game plan that I was going to go to Waikiki every day, and I was going to sell books out there with a big sign that said free poetry. And the first day it went well. I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do. The second day the cops stopped me and they were like, hey, you can't do this with this sign sitting like this. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I had to go to the drawing board and rethink my strategy. And I ended up still being able to go to the beach, but instead of having a sign sitting on the ground and kind of in the middle of the sidewalk, I just turned it into a picket sign. Was that a lot harder? Yeah. But was I still accomplishing the things I wanted to accomplish? Yes. And when you find the courage and the determination and the discipline to actually push through things, you build up this mental resilience that no matter what happens, no matter what gets in your way, you know that you can continue to succeed at whatever you're going to try to succeed at. A definition, or not necessarily a definition, but for discipline, I thought this was a really interesting take on discipline that I learned the other day. And discipline is doing things for the sake of your future self. So you're doing things today that you know are going to benefit your future self. And it's sacrificing things in the now. Like, did I want to wake up at 6 a.m. this morning? No. But did I set my alarm and get up at 6 a.m. because I have these ideas of my future on what I want to accomplish? Yeah. So it's sacrificing in the moment, in today, for the sake of your future self. Another thing, when I first moved to Oahu, or Honolulu, Honolulu is a city in Oahu, in case you're wondering. I was very, very strapped on cash. I had taken out loans from friends. I had some big bills to pay. And my brakes were almost out when I first moved here. And I didn't have the money to save for the brakes. And I pushed it to the very, very limit. And the very last day, my brakes went totally out. And we lived at the top of a hill, and I had my parking brake on just to give myself a little bit of way to stop. And I ran through 2 stoplights that morning on my way to go get my brakes fixed. Had to swerve around somebody, um, but I made it. And you know, when things aren't going your way, when things are going really, really rough, just try to really have that mental fortitude and remind yourself that I can do this. I just got to keep on going. And now I have an awesome apartment to myself. I have a beautiful view of Diamond Head, as you can see behind me. I'm sitting on my back porch right now. Sorry it's a little loud with the street noise, but I'm in a really convenient spot. I love my place. And I had to push through and do some really difficult things to be able to get to where I'm at. And there's still a lot more things that I want to accomplish. I know that public speaking is something that I'm passionate about, and that's the next step in my future. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to sacrifice some of the things that I'm doing today. And that goes back to that discipline, sacrificing today for the sake of my future self. Also, doing wedding poetry. I did it this last summer. I performed at a wedding and I enjoyed it a lot. But now it's, all right, I need to create a new website. I need to spend a day of just reaching out to wedding planners. All these little things that can be pretty tough. But when you have the voice in your head strong enough, we all have the negative voice in our head, the one that just wants to tell us that, don't do that, just do what's easy, it's too hard, whatever that voice is saying, that you're not good enough, you're not whatever enough, you're not smart enough, whatever it might be. The only way to combat that voice is with feeding the good voice and just trying to stay as positive as possible no matter what you're going through. And it starts with the person in the mirror. Start working on that reflection and giving yourself some self-love. Give yourself a hug, give yourself patience. The more compassion and love we have for ourselves, the more compassion and love we have for everyone else. But you're worthy of everything that you dream of, and you can do it, but you got to believe it. One of my quotes that I have is, it only takes one person to believe in you, but it's got to be you. So start today. Try to remind yourself, all right, what is discipline? If I really want to accomplish something, I'm going to have to learn how to start sacrificing today for the sake of tomorrow. And build that resilience. It's a muscle. The more you can prove to yourself that you are resilient, the easier it is to be resilient. And determination is the same way. The more you are focused on something and the more you believe that you can do something, the more likely you're going to actually accomplish it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button below. And if there's something that you want to hear me talk about specifically, please let me know. And I'm here to remind you that you're worthy of abundance, love, and happiness. And I hope to see you again soon. Aloha.